Hello, and welcome to the Star Power Cast, the definitive podcast for the game of Star Power Baseball, a game for generations where your fantasy baseball comes to life on the tabletop. We'll also discuss the history of baseball and just the present state of the game itself. I'm Jim Trovo, the baseball nerd, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Cincinnati Dennis. We hope you all enjoy the show. All right, now after that,
Cincinnati Dennis is here.
Right, now after that glamorous intro, I am Jim Trovo, over the baseball nerd, and I'm joined by
the Cincinnati Dennis, coming to you from the Cincinnati Razorback Room in beautiful downtown Siloam Springs, Arkansas.
Is it really that beautiful?
Beautiful place.
It's like
the bike riding today. It's beautiful.
The Nashville skyline type of beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay. Well, I'm coming from you live from the Centerton Flatland game room of wherever you want to say. I don't know.
You got to come up with a better name than that, man. You got to do better than that. I trust that you can do better than that. Name that room.
It's Centerton, Arkansas. And
yes, it is.
And there's really not a lot of glamour that goes along with this. However,
but that room, man, we did a video just the other day about that room. That room rocks.
Oh man, I need to do some artwork around this one. Yeah, I got my games and my miniatures and my paints, and
that room rocks.
Yeah, it's every man-child's dream. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So we are coming at you today with I think this might be our third, maybe, I don't know how long we've been doing this podcast at this point. It's 2020 era. We're doing our preseason debut of predictions of who we think's going to do what in the league. You know, everybody does these things. Everybody does them. You turn on the radio stations every day.
None of them are as bad as ours. None of them are as bad as ours.
Well, nobody else has a father-son duo. I believe that I think we're the only father-son duo that does a baseball preview show. And if there's another one out there, we need to get together and do a combo show.
I'm in.
Yeah. So I'm Jim Trovo. I'm joined by Cincinnati Dennis, and we're doing our baseball preview show. We are Star Power Baseball, and so we do have our baseball game that we love to promote on this show as well. So what new things do we have going on down in Star Power Baseball these days?
Well, just last week, we pushed out a video of opening the box of the brand new Hall of Fame game. And it's gotten a lot of looks, almost 100 so far, just in a few days. And people are hot about that. It's really a good video and a good game. But the printers of the game boards, we ran out of them, by the way, and I'm not going to do any more. But the printer of the game board called me and said, hey, I got one more board down here. I don't know why I didn't give it to you. I just found it. So I've already paid for it. Didn't realize that I did. He gave me another game board. I have one more Hall of Fame game left. Ha ha.
Well, there's going to be some lucky person that can spend a few $100 and buy it.
Yeah, 175 gets you almost 300 cards, plus the brand new game board and a flash drive with all the goodies on it. And
hey, and I tell you this all the time. I'm a profound game geek guy, and there are people out there that are so involved and want to get everything content related for particular games. And if you're a Star Power Baseball nerd, the Hall of Fame version is the version to get for the game.
Oh, it is. It's so much fun. Try to make a team of the Hall of Famers for under 200 points. Try to do it. That's the challenge.
Oh, I could do it.
Under 200.
Easy.
With 25 guys.
Easy. I can do it. I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in.
Okay. So that's what we got going on in Star Power Baseball.
All the new stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, the season's getting underway. Tomorrow is the opening, or actually when this podcast releases, it's going to be today is opening day, March 30th of 2023. And we all love new content. And so I think this year we're going to have some more players come out for our game. But what we want to spend most of the time on today is talking about who we think are going to be the best teams, the best players, the best bets that you can say, hey, look, I think this team's going to make the playoffs. I think this team's gonna go to the World Series, the championship series. I think these guys have a shot at doing it. And so we're gonna give our opinions about that today. Everybody does this stuff. But you know what? This is the only place you can listen to where a father and son talk about this, that live in Arkansas of all places, and talk about baseball. We are a football dominated state, but we're going to talk about baseball.
You bet.
All right. So I'm going to go division by division. And
okay,
the first,
you lead, I follow.
All right, cool. Let's start with one of the most competitive divisions in the past decade and a half, 2 decades, possibly, the AL East.
Ooh, the power division right off the bat.
So the 5 teams that we have in the AL East are 1, the Orioles, the Rays, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the New York Yankees. So what I want from you, and I'm going to let you start this time, and I'll go after you, and then we can kind of flip flop after that. Give me your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like that. Okay.
So who do you think in the AL East is going to finish 5th? And
I think Boston's going to finish 5th. I'd said that last year too.
All right.
Boston in 5. I don't see, they didn't go out and do a lot, and they lost their shortstop, but they picked up another guy that they could be dangerous, but I'm just not sold on Boston's pitching staff, and I'm not sold on what they're doing in Boston right now. I think they're in a rebuild. Number 5.
That was
number 4.
Yeah,
number 4.
Yeah, I want your 4. Yeah.
Number 4, Toronto Blue Jays. I just think that overhyped, and I think that the league is adapting to the kids, and I don't think the kids can adapt to the league. I'm just not seeing it with the Blue Jays. I don't think they're going to do it, and I'm not a George Springer fan anymore. I'm not there. Gets hurt too much. Number 3, the New York Yankees. But they will make the playoffs as one of the wild cards. You're going to get 2 wild cards out of this division. 2 wild cards are coming out of this division, and one of them will be the Yankees. Because, and now I got to say something about the Yankees.
But you put them at 3. How can there just be 2?
There'll be 2 wild cards coming out of this division.
Oh, okay.
And 2 of the wild cards that'll be out here. But I got something to say about the Yankees. They are starting a shortstop this year. That's the youngest guy to start since Mickey Mantle on opening day. So I'm very impressed with the New York Yankees jumping in there and going to the farm system for somebody. I like that. Number 2, I like the Baltimore Orioles to come up at number 2. I like Reuschman as a leader, and I think you're going to see that guy push to be one of the top players in the American League. I really like this kid. He's the one that beat Arkansas in the College World Series a few years back. He's got a solid stick, and I think this year he learns how to catch very, very well, and he's got a cannon for an arm. So I think he's going to lead the team, and I also think they did a few other things. Plus, I like Cedric Mullins. And number 1, my pick every year, I love the Tampa Bay Rays. I just love the Tampa Bay Rays. So there's mine.
Okay.
My 5 through 1, Boston at 5, Toronto at 4, the Yankees at 3, the Orioles at 2, with Baltimore and New York fighting out for a playoff spot, but both get in, and then the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay. I think it's pretty typical. Boston 5. I think Toronto 4 is not the average pick amongst most critics. So here's what I'm going to go. All right. My number 5, I'm going to say it's going to be a tie, because I think these 2 teams are going to be balancing each other out. I'm going to say the Rays and the Orioles are going to balance each other out at the 4 and 5 spot. But I think they're going to both be around 77, 75, 74 wins, right? So I think Orioles and Rays tied at 5 and 4, essentially flip-flop those. And I'm going to explain myself here in a little bit about that, because I think the Orioles can be better than what they are. I'm putting the Red Sox at 3, because with their outfield, which I'll talk about here in a second, and their new DH, I think they're going to surprise some people. I'm going to put Red Sox at 3. I'm going to put Blue Jays at 2 and the Yankees at 1. All right. So let's go team by team here. Let's talk about the Red Sox just for a second. They got an outfield that is pretty darn good. They got Alex Verdugo. They have Adam Duvall, Enrique Hernandez, who's Kike Hernandez, and Yoshida from Japan. So their outfield has some ability to rake. And playing in Boston, don't underestimate the Red Sox. Okay.
Well, didn't they picked up Adam Duvall, right?
Adam Duvall is in the outfield with them.
He could, if he's not too old, which he may be.
He
could be a game changer.
They assigned an extension for Rafael Devers, who is a franchise player. Their shortstop, they got the guy from the Royals, Alberto Mondesi, who might still have some stuff left in the tank, and he's a great base runner, so we'll see how the base running goes this year. Their second baseman, they still got Trevor Story. You forget about Trevor Story. Does he still have something left? Their first baseman, Casas and Justin Turner, can be a DH first baseman type of thing. But the Red Sox have a decent lineup for that division. Their starting pitching is where you begin to ask questions. But still, look at the names. Corey Kluber, Chris Sale, James Paxton, right? You look at those three names, you're like, these guys have had stuff in their past where they're good. They got Nick Pivetta, Garrett Whitlock. Their bullpen, you know who they picked up in their bullpen? Kenley Jansen. Can he be something for the Red Sox? I know you say no, but I think the Red Sox have a little bit something going for them. All right, so we look that's the Red Sox in a nutshell. So let's look at Toronto. Toronto's outfield. If you said you're not a big fan of George Springer, right?
He's not going to play 75 games.
Okay, well, we'll see how that happens. They also got some backup outfielders this year. They got Kiermaier. They got Dalton Varsho from the Diamondbacks. They got Whit Merrifield to play out there. Craig Biggio can play a little bit of outfield.
Cavan
Biggio. So they still have some outfielders that can play. They picked up Brandon Belt as a DH, right? And Alejandro Kirk's probably got a DH. They got Vlad at first. They got Espinal at second, who wasn't he an all-star last year? Espinal from the Blue Jays. They got Bo Bichette at shortstop. They still got Matt Chapman at third base, who is a great person, like a great third baseman. So the Blue Jays are nothing to laugh at. Like they're starting pitching. It really depends on what Barrios and Kikuchi do, I think, for that matter, right? So I don't know. You had the Rays at 1. Let me give the Rays a quick look here. I want to see what their depth chart looks like to really fully formulate my opinions on the Rays. So the Rays outfield, their left fielder, Randy Arozarena, I really think he's going to typically do what he does, right?
I think he's in for a bust out year. But he's like 40. He's almost 40 years old, though they only say he's 25.
Okay. They have Jose Siri, the guy they got from the Astros, Manuel Margot, Lowe, and they get hopefully like they need big seasons from Wander Franco. They need big seasons from Paredes, from Lau, the second baseman. They don't have the catcher anymore that used to have Zanino. They have Mejia now. And they're starting pitching McClanahan, Rasmussen Springs, Eflin Glasnow. They have a really big depth of starting pitching, but I just don't know if those guys are.
I think they got the best starting pitching in that division.
Well, for short spans of time, I guess.
Provided they don't get hurt, and everybody else looks like injuries. So
yeah.
And they're the Rays, man. They're the Rays.
Yeah, but I'm going Yankees number 1, man. I don't want to. I really don't want to go Yankees number 1 because first of all, I think that I jinx myself by doing that. But like the way they're going right now, they're just too injury prone. And I'm not, I think the big injury is yet to happen for the Yankees. I really think Judge is going to get hurt this year.
$295 million payroll.
The Yankees?
$295 million payroll. And it's not the highest payroll in baseball. Not even close.
Yeah, but you mentioned their up and coming dude. You mentioned Volpe.
I like him. I'm anxious to see the youngest guy since Mickey Mantle on an opening day roster for the Yankees. I'm anxious to see this.
Me too. I really hope it works out. I want to see. I always love seeing Yankee studs, but they sent down Oswald Peraza, so that kind of concerns me because he had some success last year, but Volpe had the better spring, so we'll just see how that turns out. They are bringing up Orlando Cabrera, Oswaldo Cabrera. Excuse me, Oswaldo Cabrera, which I hope he continues his success. I love their catching depth. I love their infield depth. Their outfield is questionable at this point, honestly. Judge is a staple. Hopefully he stays healthy. Stanton, he's not going to be out in the outfield all the time. He's going to be a questionable DH. Hicks might get hurt and not perform. You just don't know with their outfield. You really don't. So
well, they've already lost Harrison Bader for a while.
Yeah, 6-8 weeks. But that's the thing about, like, every time I talk to a Cardinal fan, they're always like, yeah, that's Harrison Bader. That's who he is. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
so you like the Yankees? I like the Tampa Bay.
You like the Tampa Bays,
yes,
the Rays. All right, let's jump ship to the NL and talk about the NL East.
Okay, you go first this time.
I go first this time. Oof. All right. Well, first and foremost, I think I'm going to make an easy call. My 5th place team in the NL East is going to be the Nationals. I think they're just going to be bad. And I don't think many people can argue that. My
over under on losses for them. What do you think?
Oof. I'm going to say 65 wins.
Wow.
So
under 100 losses. Wow.
I am going to say under 100 losses because I think the NL East is a very complex division this year.
Okay.
And my 4th place team is going to prove it. I'm going to say my 4th place team is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes, World Series contenders last year. I think they're going to drop to about 78 possible wins, maybe or so this year. I think there's going to be a lot of 500 teams in this division just because of the drama that's been happening. So my 3rd place, I'm going to give that to the Miami Marlins. I think they're going to shock a lot of people. We're going to understand the power of Sandy Alcantara, and we're going to understand in Miami, this team can play spoiler to one of the contenders. Okay, so my number 2, I'm giving that to the New York Mets. I think they're going to finish 2nd place in the division around 88 to 90 wins. And then 1st place, obviously, I'm giving that to the Atlanta Braves, who I think will finish anywhere between 90 to 95 wins.
Wow. Okay, so you're going Braves.
I'm going Braves, yeah.
Okay. That's a good choice. That's the conservative choice.
Yes, for that division, yeah.
Not jumping out on any limbs right there. Okay. 5th place for me, the Nationals, they suck. Over under on them, I think they're going to lose 110 games or more.
That's a lot.
I think they're pitiful. Also, you got to remember they cut back from 19 games against each division team this year because they're playing everybody. They're playing every team in the league this year. So I think they're down to 16 or 15 games in division instead of 19. Okay. My 4th place team is going to be the Marlins. Even though Alcantara is the man, that's all they have, in my opinion. That's all they got. I think that guy is going to just, I hate to say it, but I think he's going to burn it. I think he's going to wind up at the end of the year with 245 innings, 8 complete games, 4 shutouts, and on the shelf as of September 15th. Done. Arm gone. But he might, I'm hoping he doesn't. I hope this guy's Nolan Ryan. I really do, but I just don't think so. 3rd place, I'm going with the Atlanta Braves. I just don't think that they're going to compete as much as the other guys who have built the team. 2nd place, without Diaz, the Mets are going to come in 2nd because their big paid guy is gone for the year, I believe. Isn't he out for the season with the patellar tendon thing?
Edwin Diaz?
Yeah, I think he's done for the season.
He's out.
Yes, so I'm calling them as And then what did I go? First place now?
Yep.
Philadelphia Phillies. They're going to
Mm.
stay right there with everybody up until the All-Star break. Harper comes back and they're going to run away with this division. Remember I said before, the Yankees had a $295 million payroll. The Mets have a $375 million payroll. Can you believe that? $375 million. The Yankees at 295, $80 million behind the Mets, are the second most payroll. That's just nuts. The Mets went out and bought it, and I just think it's gonna just backfire on them.
Okay.
Too many injuries, too many prima donnas.
All right. I'm going to start with your Philadelphia Phillies. I'm going to go through depth charts on here. All right. Name me the starting outfield for opening day for the Philadelphia Phillies. Can you do it?
That's tough.
Okay.
That's tough.
You got Kyle Schwarber, Brandon Marsh, and Nick Castellanos. Every one of those
will be out there. Marsh will be out there. I don't think Schwarber will start in left. I think he'll DH.
Who's playing
I think
left
they'll
field.
have some. They got some young kid that's second year guy that's pretty good out there.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, like it's the same outfield they had in the series last year.
Yes.
And honestly, it's not that scary. They got Bryson Stott Bryson Stott at second, Bohm at third. Those guys got to be better than what they were last year, because you got to remember the Philadelphia Phillies were only like an 88, 87
They were
win
wild
team.
card. Yes, they were wild card.
Okay, so they're good, but they're not great. Trey Turner,
game changer. I picked Trey Turner as a 40-40 guy.
Well, he's probably had a hat to do it because he's the only guy that they have, because they just lost Rhys Hoskins.
When did that happen? Today?
No, like last week he tore his ACL and he's out for the season.
Holy cow! I thought Hoskins was still in. Okay.
No, and they got JT Realmuto obviously, but their starting pitching is still typically the same. But honestly, their bullpen is okay, not too overpowering. I don't know. I just don't see one of these AL East team or NL East teams being a super dominant team of the division. And if I want to go, let me real quick before we move on, I want to go to the Marlins depth chart, because I really think people are underselling this team. Okay. One player in particular, Jazz Chisholm Jr. is shifting to the outfield. Really solid player. They got Brian De La Cruz out there, who's an underrated player. They got Adolis Garcia still. They have a Rise they picked up. Garrett Cooper they still have at first base. Joey Wendell, who is a great middle infielder guy. Gene Segura they picked up. Right, they got a Gold Glove catcher with Jacob Stalling. Like, this team is actually built really, really well. They don't have superstars, but they have a lot of depth on their bench as well of guys you really don't know about, but they're solid. Alcantara is their ace. They got Dylan Floro and some other guys in their bullpen that are pretty decent. Cueto's now joined their rotation. Rogers is still in there. Like Tyler Rogers, I think it's Tyler or Taylor, I can't remember. But a guy that like is really good for them, that they watch out for the Marlins. I'm not necessarily a fan of them, but I'm saying watch out for this team. The Phillies, I just don't really, I'm not buying their whole World Series run last year. I love Bryce Harper and the gang, but I don't think they got it. I think the Mets are cursed, but I love the Braves. I think the Braves have the deepest team in that division by far, as to who they have as their starting rotation, and as to they have Fried, Wright, Morton, Strider, and then this new guy named Schuster. They still got Soroka, who could come back and be good for them. They got Acuna and Harris and Rosario in the outfield.
Well, like Acuna.
Still with Marcell Ozuna. They even picked up Kevin Pillar. They replaced Dansby Swanson with Orlando Arcia, Austin Riley, a potential MVP guy at their third baseman. Ozzie Albies back at second base, Matt Olson at first, and their catching duties go to Sean Murphy. And Travis d'Arnaud is now the backup on that team. Dude, the Atlanta Braves are loaded. They're loaded. So that's why I'm
still like the Phillies. I still like the Phillies.
All right. So we're moving on. Let's go to the AL Central. Let's let you start on the AL Central.
All right. Okay. Fifth place in the AL Central. They traded away their catcher, so I'm going to go fifth place with Detroit. Fourth place with KC. Third place, the White Sox. Minnesota second, Cleveland first, and that could flip. Minnesota is going to be scary this year. I like them, but I think Cleveland's just too good. And I'm looking for a good bounce back year from Bieber.
Yeah. Well, Bieber had a pretty good year last year, though.
I mean, I'm looking for serious 2020 Bieber.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So I'm going with Cleveland to take it.
Guardians taking the whole thing in the Central. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you on 4 and 5. I think the Royals and the Tigers are interchangeable. But I'm gonna go Royals last, Tigers, because I think the Tigers still have a couple dudes that can make them push past like by the Royals a few games. I still think they're both going to win under 70 games. Yeah. I don't have faith in too much of them. I'm going Twins third, man. I'm going Twins third.
I think they're going to get over the White Sox. I agree.
I do. I
think the White Sox are going to go over them.
Yeah, I think the White Sox are, I think the White Sox are going to pass the Twins. But I'm going to agree with you on the Central. I think the Guardians are still the team to beat. And looking at them, they're stacked in regards to like every position. They just signed Andres Jimenez to that 7-year extension, right? So Andres Jimenez, their second baseman, Ahmed Rosario, their shortstop. So they got this really great double play combo going on there. Josh Naylor is the first baseman. I think he's a Chris Chambliss type of player. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's a 20 homer guy.
He's a solid.
20 homers, 80 ribbies.
He's a solid dude, right? But you know who else they have at first base that can play DH is Josh Bell. That's a great pickup for them.
That's a great pickup for them. Yes.
Yeah. And they still got
game changer.
They still got a top 5 player in Jose Ramirez. They got rookie sensation.
I think Jose Ramirez is one of the most underrated guys in the game.
They got rookie sensation Stephen Kwan, Oscar Gonzalez. Miles Straw is a great center fielder, even though he can't hit, but he's still good to have on your team. Their rotation is the same as last year with Bieber, Quantrill, Savali, Plesac, McKenzie. They're still closing out with Clase. They still got Karen Shack. Actually, Karen Shack. Like they're the same team from last year, and they're more experienced. Yeah. They're gonna be amazing.
So I like them.
You had the Twins as your second place?
Yes, I think the Twins over the Sox. I think the Twins are going to get a big year from a couple of really good players, and one of them is going to be Byron Buxton. I think he's going to be healthy this year.
Well, he was healthy last year.
Well, what they're doing with him, too, is this year with Buxton, they're DHing him much, much more to try to keep him healthy.
Yeah. Well, they also got, Joey Gallo, the great Joey Gallo.
I'm impressed.
Keeping Carlos Correa as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like the Twins, they got a good catcher. They got Christian Vasquez, but their third baseman is Miranda. First baseman's Kirilloff. Jorge Polanco at second. Kepler is still in right. They got Nick Gordon now platooning the outfield. But here's where I'm just like confused on why people think they're going to be good. Is their starting pitching is decent. They got Pablo Lopez, Tyler Mahle. Is it Joe Ryan? I think Sonny Gray, Kenta Maeda. I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, are you guys going to be good?
All they got to do to win that division is be 500 and have one guy go stupid. If they can all finish 500 and have one guy come out and play hard, they'll win that division or get right up there with it.
So is that guy Sonny Gray?
He might be. I mean, if he doesn't get hurt.
Okay, so here's why I think the White Sox are going to finish above him, because I think their starting pitching's better. So they have Dylan Cease, Lance Lynn, Giolito. They picked up Mike Clevenger, and then they also have Kopech rounding out that rotation. I think that rotation's a little bit more solid than the Twins. They also picked up Andrew Benintendi. I think Andrew Benintendi is going to be good for the White Sox.
They lost Liam Hendriks.
But they did that. Hopefully they get him back. They got Kendall Graveman to replace him for a closer. Eloy Jimenez in the outfield, Luis Robert.
Robert.
Their right field looks shaky. They have this guy named Colas, I think. Their infield is solid defensively with Tim Anderson shortstop, but they have Elvis Andrus as their second baseman now. We'll see how
He's what,
that
106, 107 years old?
we'll see how that turns out. They still got Yohan Moncada and Hanser Alberto now added to the team. Gavin Sheets, Andrew Vaughn, but
I think losing Abreu is going to be big.
It is. We'll see how Andrew Vaughn replaces it. We'll just see. Yeah. But that's the central choices. So we both have the Guardians in the central.
Guardians.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the NL Central.
You get to go first.
Oh, I get to go first. Okay. All right. So my National League Central, I'm starting with fifth place is going to be the Reds.
Okay.
Fourth place, the Pirates. But I think they're going to be interchangeable. Okay. Then I'm going to go number 3, the Chicago Cubs. Number 4, the Cardinals. And then number 1, the Milwaukee Brewers. So, but I think the win total is going to be somewhere around, I think the last place team is going to be 68-72. The first place team is going to be 90-92.
Okay. Well, last year the Reds lost 100 games for the first time in their history.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that again.
I don't think so either, but they're
not going to be that good. Yeah,
they're going to be horrible. And one thing and I'm picking them last. Pirates are going to go ahead of them because they can't beat them. But one thing that the Reds are going to do is in June, they're going to trade Will Myers and get 4 prospects or 3 prospects for him because Will's going to hit 15 to 18 homers and go to some team and just totally screw them. So Will Myers, see you later. We rented you just like last year. We rented, what's his name? Went to San Diego. Can't remember his name. Anyway, that's it. That's what the Reds are doing. So we're going to rent you out and go. So we bought $3.5 million for that. 5th place Reds, 4th place Pirates, 3rd place. And 3rd place, I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers. I just don't like what they've done. They've got great starting pitching, but giving away Hader, I don't know. Devin Williams can pick up the slack. He didn't do it the last half of last year. So I'm picking them for 3rd. I'm going with the Cubs as number 2. They picked up a lot of good guys in the offseason. I like what they did. And then number 1, I'm going with the Cardinals.
Okay.
I just like what the Cardinals did. I think the Cardinals are the team to beat. You still got that Goldschmidt, Arenado, they're just good. They're
okay.
Just really,
okay.
really
okay.
good.
Well, I think the basic.
And they picked up a catcher.
Like the Cubs at number 2 surprises me.
The Cubs did a lot of work. They also picked up a lot of good players.
All right, so let's don't
like the thing. The reason I'm picking the Cubs and they won't make the playoffs, I'm picking them over the Brewers because the Brewers are just horrible. I just think they're terrible.
Okay, let's look at their outfield. They have an interchangeable outfield of Yelich and Winker and this guy named Mitchell and Taylor. Their outfield is not looking that great, but their infield they still have Urias, Adames, Anderson can play third base, Rowdy Tellez, and they also have Luke Voigt now at first base. They have William Contreras that they picked up from the Braves. So their offense is, yes, it's nowhere near what the Cardinals is going to be. Okay. However, here's the pitching staff.
Corbin Burnes pitching on this team is outstanding.
Corbin Burnes, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta, Wade Miley, Adrian Hauser. Like they have 6 dudes that are super depth wise. Their closer is Devin Williams. They got a solid bullpen. The Brewers are going to pitch and play well, and they actually have experience and a staff and a team that knows how to play. Like that's the difference between them and the Reds and the Pirates is the Reds and the Pirates need to develop these guys to get them to where they're playing like that. Right now, the Cubs, look at the Cubs real quick. Like I'm not sold.
I'm throwing one guy out there on the Cubs that I think is going to have the bounce back year.
Oh, don't say Bellinger.
I'm saying Bellinger.
Really?
In Wrigley Field in June and July, this guy's going to go off.
Well, we'll see. They still got Ian Happ. They got Seiya Suzuki. We'll see if he turns into the superstar.
Yeah.
They're in field with Hosmer, Horner, Swanson, and then Patrick Wisdom, and also Nico Madrigal, or is it Nick Madrigal or Nico Madrigal? I can't remember. But I don't know. Like they're okay. And they're okay, but they need to prove themselves. They haven't done that yet. As far as the starting pitching goes, Their pitching is questionable. Like, I like the names, I just don't trust the longevity. Jamison Tyone gets hurt. Marcus Stroman gets hurt. Justin Steele hasn't proved himself. Drew Smiley gets hurt. Kyle Hendricks gets hurt. Every one of their starting pitchers gets hurt. And Justin Steele is a great young starting pitcher. But we don't know anything about him in the future. Like, where's he going to go?
Yeah.
And their closer is Boxberger. Come on.
Yeah. I like them over the Brewers. I just don't have any confidence in the Brewers after their fold up suitcase act from last year. They folded up, man. They folded.
Okay, so let's look at the clear favorite here, and that's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are a clear favorite because.
But you're not picking them.
No, because, okay, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Like, their lineup, I think, is going to be the best lineup in MLB. Lars Nootbaar, Dylan Carlson, Tyler O'Neill, Jordan Walker,
Jordan Walker's gonna be in opening day lineup.
Yeah, Brandon Donovan, Edman, Gorman, Goldschmidt, Arenado, catcher Wilson Contreras.
Who's having a great spring, by the way.
They're out of this world.
Yes, they're going to score 6 runs a game.
Their bullpen is a high heat, but their bullpen is not longevity based, where they throw all season. They call these guys up and down all the time. So we'll see if Jordan Hicks can last the whole time.
They got 25 guys in the minor leagues.
Okay.
Can do everything.
But they always do that. They always do that.
Yes.
And they have not been successful all the time. Okay.
But they always win the division.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. But the starting pitching this year is one of the weakest I've seen. Their ace is Miles Michaelis. Can he go all year and be your ace? Do you want Miles Michaelis to be your ace?
He's good. He's not great.
Jordan Montgomery, the guys the Yankees gave up on, and like when he came to the Cardinals, looked like a godsend, but they found out who he actually was. He's a decent pitcher. Jack Flaherty, who should be the ace upon years ago, but still has not amounted to anything that he's supposed to be. You have Adam Wainwright, who's hurt now and is going to be old. Steven Matz is always hurt. Like who is their pitching staff at this point? Who are they going to be? We don't know as far as pitching goes.
Well, I really hope they suck, but they won't win the division.
I think the Brewers are going to take it. I think their offense is going to be steady, not spectacular, not as good as the Cardinals, but their pitching is going to overpower that.
Their pitching is really good.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got one more area of the country to go. Let's start with the West. So
AL West. Okay.
So you get to start the West.
I do. 5th place, Oakland A's. Oh, by the way, let me give you my over-under on the Reds on losses. They're going to lose 97 this year.
Oh, that's not too bad.
97. That's terrible. But 97 losses. I don't think they'll hit 100. Oakland A's in 5th place.
On the West.
Here's where it gets tough.
Okay.
Here's where it gets tough because my other son is a huge now Texas Rangers fan. And he is telling me every day, sending me texts about how the Rangers are loaded. They've got this, they went out and spent. So I'm going to pick the Rangers to come in 3rd with Seattle coming in 4th. I think Seattle's a fluke. I think last year was a fluke. 2nd place, Houston. 1st place, Angels.
Hold on. Who was your 4th place?
4th place is going to be Oakland in 5th, Seattle in 4th, Texas in 3rd, Houston in 2nd, Angels in 1st.
Wow, you've been really sticking by these Angels guns for like the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. It's a sentimental thing. I want to see Trout and Ohtani in the playoffs before they get traded.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So I'm a completely different take on this, except for one aspect. I think the A's are going to finish last, just like you.
Okay.
My 4th place is the Angels.
Oh, okay.
I think all they have is Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. That's all they have. And my third place, and I know that your youngest son is rooting for this, but I hate this franchise with a passion. I think the Texas Rangers are going to finish in third.
Big payroll right there.
I think they got some big payroll and good stuff, but I will explain why I don't think they're going to get past that. And I could be wrong. Now here's where we differ, man. I think numbers 2, second place, Houston Astros.
Oh.
And I think the Seattle Mariners are going to overtake that division this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, so here, first of all, like this is a good division to talk about. Let's start with the Angels. You put them at number 1. I put them at number 4. This is a big discrepancy here. So
yeah,
why do you think they're going to finish number 1?
Well, I think that Rendon's going to be back with a big season.
Okay,
I really think he's going to do that. Walsh, at first, I think he's going to come out and then hit the ball, come out of his B30. He's going to be up there in his prime. Shohei is going to just do things that nobody can believe he's going to do. I think they traded Lorenzen, did they not?
Yeah, they don't have Lorenzen anymore.
I didn't think they had him anymore, but they do have Raisel Iglesias still. Is that correct?
Nope.
Okay. They're just gonna out hit you.
I don't think they're gonna out hit you, man. Like
I think they're gonna out hit you.
Like, okay, I like some of the dudes in the lineup though. I really do. I think Anthony Rendon's done. I think he injured himself beyond repair. Mike Trout obviously should have Mike Trout numbers is as long as he stays healthy. They got Hunter Renfroe out there, which is pretty good. They got Ward, they got Walsh, they got Brandon Drury, right? They picked up Gio Urshela as their shortstop. I bet you can't even name their catcher though.
Last year it was Stassi. Who they got this year?
They got Stassi, and the guy that's going to start looks like is O'Hop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't know this guy. Name me one relief pitcher in the Angels.
I don't know any of them.
Exactly. Okay. They don't have a bullpen. Their number 1 reliever is like Tepera, the guy that picked
Loop.
Up.
Didn't they have Loop and he pitched for the WBC?
They have Aaron Loop, yeah, but
he pitched for the WBC,
but he's older now, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Like their starting pitcher, their aces, besides Shohei, is Tyler Anderson. And then Patrick Sandoval, Detmer is, I don't know. I just don't see it for them, dude. I really don't. I'm not seeing it for the Angels. Now let me go to the Rangers so I can bash on them a little bit. Because I love bashing on the Rangers. All the Texas people, if they ever listen to this, they know what I think of the Rangers. All right, so name me an outfielder starting out for the Rangers.
I don't know any.
Exactly. Okay. They have Adolis Garcia as their major starting outfield for them. They got Robbie Grossman out there, a guy named Tavares. And then they got shortstops and second baseman Simeon and Seager doing it. They got this guy named Jung at third base, Nick Lau at first base.
Nick Lau's a stud. Nick Lau can play.
Yeah, they got Heim and Garver doing catching duties. Now here's where I'm like thinking that the Rangers thinking that they have it, but they really don't. Is that they're starting pitching, right? So you got Martin Perez, John Gray, Jacob deGrom, Nate Eovaldi, Andrew Heaney. Like, dude, those names sound amazing for a starting staff, but name me one of those guys that has had a full starting pitching season in the past 3 years.
Yeah, that's a good point. And 2 of them, I think, are coming back from surgery. So,
yeah. So,
yeah.
Good luck with that, Rangers. If it happens, it happens.
They spent a lot of money.
Good on you. Now, here's the thing. I'm going Mariners over Astros, and here's why. First of all, I don't think the Astros can win without Justin Verlander. I really don't. I know they went to the World Series with him one time without Justin Verlander, but guess what? When they went to the World Series without Justin Verlander, did they win?
No,
they did not. Okay, so I don't think I think by losing that one particular aspect of their team, they are not going to be as strong as they were. I think picking up Jose Abreu is a big deal, but I don't think he's going to be as good as he was when he was with the White Sox. Altuve is going to be gone for 2 months. Jeremy Pena has to prove himself again. And if you look at Star Power Baseball numbers, Pena was a +0 shortstop, OPS plus wise. So is he going to be that big dude that Carlos Correa was? We don't know. Bregman, is he going to be Bregman again? Hopefully so. Yordan Alvarez is going to be Yordan Alvarez. Kyle Tucker is going to be Kyle Tucker, but they don't have a center fielder that is trustworthy. Chas McCormick, Jake Myers. We don't know. Starting pitching wise, is Framber Valdez going to have 20 or so games in a row where he has quality starts? No. Right? Christian Javier, Garcia, Urquidy, McCullers Jr., are they going to stay healthy? Are they going to be able to pitch more than 4.5 innings a game? And is that bullpen going to be able to sustain what it has sustained in the last 2 or 3 years?
That's the shelf life of a bullpen pitcher, 2 years.
That's what you got to ask yourself when you talk about these Astros, right? And I think that they had a great teams. Okay. But here's why I'm giving the Mariners an edge over these guys. First of all, the starting pitching for the Mariners has something to prove. Okay. Castillo coming in, Robbie Ray, Gilbert, Gonzalez, Kirby, Flexen. They have a 6-man rotation that it has something to prove. We don't know if they're going to be as good, but still, like, they haven't had that success. They got a little taste of it last year. I think they're going to be very hungry for it. Now, this is kind of like a metaphorical way to put baseball, but I get it. They picked up Teoscar Hernandez for the right fielder, which is
a big pickup.
Very big pickup.
From the Jays, right? From the Blue Jays?
Yes, they have Kelnick, who has yet to prove himself, but this spring he's had a great spring. They have AJ Pollock. Who knows what that guy's going to do? Julio Rodriguez, please repeat what you're going to do. JP Crawford, great underestimated defensive shortstop. Can't really hit that well. They picked up Colton Wong for their second baseman. They still got Ty France at first. Homer hitter Eugenio Suarez at third base. I know he's a strikeout machine. And their catcher, Cal Raleigh, if he can hit at least 230 or 240 with his power that he had last year, they're going to be tight. Their bullpen is the same and is still powerful, and it's not overused at this point. Sewald, Munoz, Castillo, Brash, like the Mariners have the makings of the team to repeat what they did and be better. And I really hope
after we got past the All-Star break last year, you were hot on this team.
I've been hot on the Mariners.
Hot on this team.
I like the Mariners, but here's the thing: like, the Mariners always have a historical past of starting out slow, and that hurts them. And so if they start off like under 500, 10, 12 games under 500, and they have to get back to that, postseason form, they always struggle with that, and the biggest deal with them is like scoring runs, because they're a great pitching team. So can they actually be a great productive team? I think if the Mariners offense takes off this year, watch out for the Mariners. So like, that's
if you get 10, 12 games down in this division at the All-Star break, you're a seller. You're going to sell. And Robbie Ray might wind up with a new team.
Right. He's got too long on the contract, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, okay.
All right. So you got Angels AL West. I got Mariners.
I got Angels as a sentimental pick. I'm going with my heart instead of my head.
Okay. So a NL West. I'm going to go first. Number 5.
All right.
Number 5. Rockies. Yuck. Giants. 4. Yuck. 3. I like this team. I like some studs in this team. They're still okay. D-backs. Arizona Diamondbacks. Number 2, Los Angeles Dodgers. And number 1, San Diego Padres. I think the Padres are getting there this year. They proved it last year. I think they're going to continue that run.
Well, I think the biggest pickup for the Padres was shortstop.
Yeah, Bogaerts.
I thought that was huge. I'm going with Colorado last. I'll go with Arizona next. The Giants third. Dodgers second, and the Padres first. So I'm pretty much mirroring you.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to go too investigative into the Rockies or the Diamondbacks or the Giants. The Diamondbacks do have a player that I am looking forward to watching, and I've had some people talk to me about this guy named Corbin Carroll, especially Diamondbacks fans. They're all over this dude. We'll see how he does. But like the Diamondbacks have to rely on Madison Bumgarner as being their
I know he's their ace.
Solid dude for the race.
It's going to be fun to make this division when we make the cards this coming season.
Yeah, the Rockies, they're gonna hit, but just in Colorado.
Now we both picked the Padres here, and the amazing thing is the Dodgers still have a higher payroll.
I don't really think that matters. I really don't. Like, okay, if I go to the Dodgers and look at the Dodgers depth chart, outfield wise, they picked up David Peralta. They still got Trace Thompson. They also picked up Jason Hayward. Mookie Betts is their solid right fielder. Infield, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy. Miguel Rojas is their shortstop. They lost a shortstop. Miguel Vargas is
their third baseman.
Chris Taylor's still there. They lost some stuff, and I don't know if they did. I don't know if they filled it in. Their pitching staff is questionable. You don't know what to think about it. Like Urias, definite. Kershaw, he's going to play half a season. Syndergaard, is he going to be? You don't know. Gonsolin, is he going to be hurt?
Didn't they get rid of Dustin May?
No, he's there. Is he going to be hurt? Right. That's the thing. I think their bullpen's still stout though. Phillips, Vezina, Graterol, Almonte. Their bullpen's still super solid. And that's why I still like the Dodgers of making the playoffs. Some people are picking the Dodgers not even to make the playoffs, which I think is kind of crazy at this point. But we'll say that. Oh, they still have JD Martinez.
Yes.
Okay. Will Smith is the catcher. So they still have lots of cool pieces. Okay. But let's look at the Padres in comparison. And I think this is where the Padres outmatch them in multiple aspects of their depth chart. So Juan Soto, you can't argue with that. Trent Grisham proved himself last year in the playoffs.
Yes.
Fernando Tatis taking up right field duties. They picked up Dahl, the ex-Rockies guy, David Dahl. Ha-Sung Kim, second baseman. Bogarts, like we said, the shortstop. Machado still up there. Cronenworth is moving to first with Matt Carpenter playing behind him. Nola behind the plate. Man, their lineup is going to be really good with a lot of interchangeable parts. Nelson Cruz is a DH as well.
Okay. Yeah, they picked up Cruz.
Yeah. And then starting pitching, Darvish, Snell, Musgrove. They picked up Michael Wacha, Nick Martinez, who's pretty good. Seth Lugo, who's pretty good. They have a lot of depth in their starting pitching there's some guys that go down there. Cole Hamels is on the back thing of them, but I don't know if he's going to work out, but Josh Hader looks pretty solid for them as a closer. So I don't know. I think the Padres, like you said, the Padres definitely probably taking over the West.
Yeah. I like Josh Hader as their closer. I think he had a bad 2 months, which is the first 2 months of his career that he's had bad. And I think he's back to form. I don't think he's Craig Kimbrell's style. Now I think he's still the best reliever in the game.
Yeah.
I do. And I think he's going to when he comes in, they're going to win. That's just the way it is. He's not going to give you anything. His save probably going to be in the 85 to 95%, not blowing saves.
Yeah.
So the bullpen is a shutdown bullpen. Their starting pitching is out of sight.
All right. Okay. So let's go to playoff contention people. Okay. I'm going to give you AL prediction first. All right. So your first place, you picked Rays, Guardians,
Angels.
Okay. And then your second place teams are Yankees, Orioles, Houston, the Astros, and the Twins.
And the Astros will be the other wild card.
All right. So who do you think out of all those teams are
going there's 2 more wild cards in there.
Well,
there's 4 wild cards and 3 division winners.
Well, who do you think is going to win overall in the AL? Let's just we don't really have to go series to series. That's
just pick the winner.
Yeah. Pick a winner. You think who's going to take the AL? Who you think is going to take the AL?
I really believe the Baltimore Orioles are going to win it.
What?
I think so. I think that come September, the Baltimore Orioles are going to make a couple of moves, and they're going to shock everybody with that young, hungry team. And I think the Baltimore Orioles are going to win the American League.
Man, I think that'd be cool.
I do too. They've got one of my favorite players now that I stop and watch, and that's the guy that beat Arkansas. I love Andy Rutschman. I love me some Andy Rutschman. whatever. He's awesome.
I
He's
think
my
that
guy.
the Orioles have a guy that's a contender for Rookie of the Year, and that's Gunnar Henderson.
Yes.
Okay, their catcher is Adley Rutschman, not Reuchman. Rutschman.
Rushman.
Come on, you got to be a fan. You got to get the name right.
Switch hitting.
You got to get the name right if you're going to be a fan. Rutschman. He's from Oregon. Okay.
Yes, he's from Oregon.
Yeah,
he's good. I
like
him.
I like the Orioles pick, dude. I like it. I think it's cool.
That's where I'm headed.
Here's my thing with the Orioles, though, man. Like, they are a culture of losing. I hate saying that so much, but they need to have a season where they make the playoffs and either lose a series or win a series. And they need to get into the playoffs before I really believe that they're actually going to win the whole thing.
I just think that they've got that hunger in them, and nobody there knows about the past.
Well, hey, you're calling the Orioles, and if that happens, then you're looking like a genius.
You bet. I wouldn't put $100 on it, but I would love to see them win because they're probably 25,000 to 1 right now.
Well, then why would you not put $100 on that?
There you go. Who are you picking?
All right. So my first place picks, AL East was Yankees, Central was Guardians, and West was Mariners. Yes. Okay. But I also had the Astros finished in second, as well as the White Sox, and then the Blue Jays. And last year, I picked the Blue Jays to go to the World Series. I'm repeating my prediction. I'm thinking that the Blue Jays, like how you're spouting the Orioles being the young team, I think the Blue Jays are this team. I really do. I'm probably wrong.
Well, I'd sure like to see that kind of a team get in over these $300 million teams, but either here or there. They're still spending a ton of money.
I think the Blue Jays are there. I think they make a major pickup. And I think their pickups are always smart.
See, and I think that the Orioles are going to get a major pickup.
Yeah.
I think they will.
I want to pick the Mariners because I want to see the Mariners win a World Series. You know what? Screw that. I'm saying
You're going with the Mariners.
I'm going with the Mariners.
I like that pick too. I hope that the finals comes down to
I'm going Mariners, man.
The Mariners. Orioles and Mariners.
I really think that Mariners team has something to prove this year because they have a long tradition of like great players that need to make it up for, and like we need a team that has never won it to win it.
I agree. Totally agree.
I'm going Mariners, man. I'm going Mariners. Yeah. We're going to the World Series. You heard it on Star Powercast. We're probably both horrifically wrong because right now you're hearing like our AL picks are the Orioles and the Mariners. So, oh man. Oh,
there it is. Yes.
Hey, if we get this right, we could become famous. Okay. So, let's go National League. I'm going to go first with my National League teams. I had the Padres, I had the Braves, I had the Guardians, I had the Brewers. I'm going Padres, man. I want my Mariners, Padres World Series. I really think that would be a really cool thing to watch. So my National League team, I think that's going to win it all. I think Fernando Tatis is going to redeem himself. The public's going to be like, oh, I hate you because you're a steroid user, but he's going to come out and he's going to like light up that team with Soto and Machado and all those guys. And the Padres are going to come through. It's going to be a West Coast series. Mariners and the Padres. Everybody that's listening to this podcast right now is going, you guys are idiots. You should not record any more baseball stuff. These guys are morons. But you know what? Let me call it in 2023. Like the 2020s are a messed up decade, people. And we're going to go Mariners Padres is the 2023 World Series that needs to be.
Mariners Padres. Way to go there. All right. I had the Phillies, the Cardinals, and the Padres as the champs. The other playoff teams are going to be the Dodgers, the Braves, the Mets, and probably, man, that's just tough. I'm going to say the Brewers, maybe. Or who did I pick second? Cubs. They're all irrelevant. The team that's going to win that National League, San Diego.
Oh, you're going Padres as well?
I'm going Padres. I picked them last year. They didn't win.
You did last year.
You did. The year before. They didn't win.
No.
I'm
You gotta
picking them again.
Yeah, like, and hey, I'm not going Yankees, man. I'm not. I just don't have the faith.
I'm not either. I think the Yankees are in the playoffs. I think the Yankees, the Orioles, and the Rays are in out of that division.
If we were
And
smart,
maybe even the Jays.
if we were smart, we would pick the Braves. But hey. So okay.
I just hate. I'm beginning to hate the Braves. They've won the division too many times.
All right. So
then we're not picking the $400 million payroll Mets.
No. I'm done with the whole.
You think the Diaz injury has pretty much eliminated the Mets?
No, I don't. I'm done with the expensive teams overall in general. I think if they would have got the third baseman, if they would have got Correa, I would have picked him, but I just don't think so. All right, so Mariners versus Padres. That's my World Series. I'm going.
I've got the
Orioles versus Padres.
Orioles, and I hope the Orioles win it all.
Well, who would you think that would win between the Orioles and the Padres,
though? Padres, but I'm wanting the Orioles to win it. I think the Padres have spent enough money; they're going to do it this year. Manny Machado is going to have a bust out.
I think I want my World Series to be, and this. I don't think it's going to be this. I'm predicting it though, so. I don't know. I guess I do think it. If that's what I'm predicting. I'm picking Mariners versus Padres. I'm going Mariners
to win the World Series.
Are going to win their first World Series ever. It's going to be two teams that have never been before. I love seeing this stuff. Mariners are winning my World Series in 2023.
You know that we're losing all credibility with anybody that thinks that we know.
Yeah. You're not picking the Cardinals. You're not picking the Braves. You're not picking the Astros.
So all of you out there that think that we're just dumb as hell, we are.
But here's why. Like every other show out there, and we're not doing this because of this reason, but every other show out there picks the same teams.
Yeah, every year.
Like why? I mean, and look, like you don't know, we don't know, they don't know.
No.
Nobody knows. Come on.
Who predicted Bryce Harper out? Who predicted Edwin Diaz out?
All these people that are like, oh, I'm going to predict this winner, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Even if they do, kudos for them, whatever. But you really don't know. So you know what? Like by numbers, by historical like charts that I'm making up myself, I'm going to go Mariners. You're going to go Padres. And you know what? Hopefully one of those two teams either make it or win the World Series. And we'll see what happens at the end of the year. Right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So to end the show off here, like we got a few minutes left. We got about 5 minutes left here. Award winners. Who do you we're not going to do rookie of the year because like that's really that's too hard to predict. Let's go Cy Young. Let's go Cy Young. So NL AL Cy Young. Okay. AL Cy Young. I'm going to say Garrett Cole's going to finally get it.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb on the AL Cy Young and say for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're starting pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays, Shane McClanahan.
That's a good choice. I like that. I would also go Alek Manoah for the Blue Jays. I like that choice.
I like Manoah too, but I think McClanahan is just going to have that bust out year.
I also think if Ohtani won, it would be cool.
It would be too. I think so.
MVP.
I just like McClanahan at age 26.
Yeah.
He's good. So powerful. I just think he's the man.
Yeah. Okay. So AL MVP, I'm gonna go Shohei, man. I think he's gonna make a return, and I think Shohei might do the whole double dual thing. If he can have his pitching year and his batting year, he might win the AL MVP and Cy Young in the same year.
I'm gonna go Shohei.
Yeah,
I like him for MVP.
I think Vlad has something to prove. I think Mike Trout's gonna make a comeback. But other than that, maybe
I think Shohei's the most amazing player that's ever played this game. Ever.
I think he's proven himself to be. He's starting to get into that conversation.
Yeah. I like him for AL MVP.
Yeah.
All right. So you want me to go first on the National League Cy Young?
National League Cy Young. Who you got?
I'm going to go with a dark horse here that you think's over the hill. I'm going with Justin Verlander.
Why?
Because the Mets are going to need him. And if they're ever going to do anything, he's going to be the one that carries them in. And he's just that good. And he's pitching against guys that have never seen him.
All right. So here's my NL Cy Young. I think he finally gets it this year. And it depends on how his team does. I'm going to go Julio Urias.
Urias of the Dodgers. Okay.
I think Urias, if this is his year, or I think there's going to be another lefty that is going to win it, and that's going to be the guy from the Braves, and that is
Max.
Max Fried. Yeah,
I can see that happening too. I'm just got my, I'm a Verlander fan.
Yeah.
I just really like Verlander. National League MVP. Here's where it gets fun. Manny Machado.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Manny Machado is going to take it this year.
I think it's his year, man, but he's got to prove it. I really want him to. I want Machado to win it. And this is why I want the Padres to go to the World Series and all this type of stuff is like, I think it's Machado's year to blow up and get and just erupt.
Though, of the San Diego team,
I also think Austin Riley has a good chance.
Riley is tough, but I think that, and I almost picked him for my Cy Young. I think the key to the Padres is Joe Musgrove.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think the Pirates were insane to give him up, but they couldn't afford him. Here is a guy right now that's in his prime. I'm rooting for him, but
yeah,
I'm sticking with my guns.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's our predictions. That's who we think is going to win the divisions. Be it wrong, be it right. We're just kind of going with our gut. Look, I'm more of a depth chart person. Dennis is more of a go with your gut person.
Yeah.
And if we had the cameras on, you could tell. So that's a good one. That was a good one. Come on. That was a
steak dinner.
All right. Hey, I make fun of myself.
I do videos. They see it.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you all listening. And until next time, I am Jen Trovo Kolyova, the baseball nerd, joined by
Cincinnati Dennis, reminding you, hey guys, dice are nice, but
the spin is in.
Always. See you next time on Star Power Cast.